A lot of that could wow you, but if you don't look at the fundamental, factors of determining if this could be a good investment or not.
What would be 3 factors that you look at when you're actually looking at a pre-con or I guess even a resale?
So like in regards to market research and analysis, there are 3 pillars that we look into. And this is great for pre-construction, which is one of the divisions that REC Canada helps investors with, but also like to determine on the freehold or the resale market too. And those 3 pillars, first and foremost, is location of the home. You can't pick up the home or building and move it somewhere else. Location is very critical. And those 3 things we look into in location specifically is 1, transit infrastructure growth. Values will always follow transit. We want to get into an area as soon as transit development has started and try to get in before it's completed. Number 2 is the potential for population growth or population density. You can determine that in a few ways, but you want to target areas that aren't focused on urban sprawl, so like separating people. You want high density areas or the potential for high density. A good way to determine that is just to drive around to see what developers are purchasing, what developers are trying to convert. That's on the commercial side as well as the residential side. Just drive around and see those pending with the city approval types of notices. And then number 3, and it's one that I don't hear a lot of people speak about a lot, Majid, which is employment diversity. Employment diversity is very important. You don't want to rely, I believe, you shouldn't want to rely your real estate investment in a location that's anchored on just one main industry. An example of that, call it 10 years ago, something like Oshawa. So Oshawa has a GM plant there, and it's now changed. But 10 years ago, it was probably an area that REC and our organization was saying, yeah, tread lightly there, because sure, it had transit. It had the potential for population growth because of what development was doing at the time or developers were doing at the time. But every single time the GM plant threatened to leave Oshawa, to close its doors, every single time employees were threatening to strike, what happened to those values in the short term? They went through turbulent times. And a diverse employment sector will help hedge against a single sector having a bad year.
Absolutely.
So those are the 3.